Mason Currey, Daily Rituals, How Artists Work. Stepping into the realm of Daily Rituals, How Artists Work by Mason Currey, you will discover an engaging exploration of the routines and habits of some of the world's most celebrated creatives. This summary reveals the differing attitudes towards work hours, from early birds like Toni Morrison to nocturnal workers such as NBD. You'll also learn about the importance of financial stability, from the struggles of legends like Mozart and Marx to the deliberate choices of contemporary authors like Haruki Murakami. Uncover the significance of coffee and the extremes some artists take to stimulate their creativity, and how the environments they choose can profoundly impact their work.
Creativity's multifaceted clock. Creativity knows no universal time constraints. Some artists thrive during the day, while others excel in the night. Poet W. H. Auden and author Toni Morrison are prime examples of creative individuals who favored daytime to fuel their work, seeking inspiration from the early morning hours. In contrast, NBD and Gustave Flaubert prove that the quiet solitude of the night can be just as conducive to producing masterpieces. Ultimately, the key to unlocking creativity lies in understanding one's internal clock and finding the most effective hours to work in. The iconic disheveled artist working fervently through the night may be the popular image of creativity in action, but it is far from being the single rule. For some artists, daytime offers the ideal working environment. Poet W. H. Auden was a staunch believer in creating during the day, and Toni Morrison finds inspiration in the early morning's mystical moments. Conversely, some creatives thrive in nighttime's tranquil embrace. NBD, for example, cherishes her late-night work hours, embracing the idea that everyone has their own unique creative clock. Gustave Flaubert, too, found solace in working at night, carefully balancing his daytime responsibilities with the silent serenity nighttime offered. Each artist, therefore, follows a different rhythm, the secret to their creativity unlocked only when they respect their inborn clock. Creativity amidst constraints. Richard Wright's fast completion of a 500-page novel draft was supported by the New York Writers Program, a luxury most artists only dream of. Creative geniuses of the past like Mozart and Karl Marx had to navigate difficult life circumstances, juggling the demands of their art with financial and personal challenges. Mozart had limited time for composing due to a hectic schedule to support himself, while Marx faced poverty and disease as a political refugee. Surprisingly, some artists like Haruki Murakami and Henry Green chose regular jobs despite having other options, finding stability and routine in their daily lives. Ultimately, the journey to creative achievement is paved with varied challenges and circumstances. Creatives fueled by coffee. Countless exceptional minds have been drawn to coffee, using the stimulant to unlock their creativity. Ludwig van Beethoven meticulously prepared his coffee using exactly 60 beans, while the philosopher Soren Kierkegaard owned an eclectic collection of cups and saucers. However, some of history's great thinkers turned to more potent substances, such as W. H. Auden's reliance on amphetamines and sedatives, or Jean-Paul Sartre's excessive consumption of Coradrone, a mix of amphetamine and aspirin. Whether through coffee or stronger means, these creative individuals exemplify the pursuit of maximizing their creative potential, often at the cost of personal health and hedonistic temptations. Creative spaces, city versus nature. You might picture artists thriving in bohemian urban settings, but many find inspiration in solitude and nature. Psychologist Carl Jung and writer Haruki Murakami both sought remote sanctuaries to focus on their work, far from city distractions. However, there are creators who need the urban environment for their creativity to flourish. Writer Patricia Highsmith surrounded herself with creature comforts, fostering a sense of leisure while she worked. Composer Eric Satie drew inspiration from the familiar repetition of his daily city walks, dressed in his signature velvet suit and bowler hat. The takeaway: each artist must find their unique space that stimulates their creativity, be it in the tranquility of nature or the bustling streets of the city. Creative rhythms vary. Creators follow diverse working rhythms and approaches in honing their craft. Composer Benjamin Britten thrived on complete immersion in his work, dismissing the concept of inspiration. In contrast, novelist Gertrude Stein achieved her creative goals with only 30 minutes of writing daily, often while observing a cow. Dmitri Shostakovich could mentally conceive an entire composition before swiftly transcribing it, while poet W.B. Yeats was content with just 5 or 6 well-penned lines a day. Distinct techniques also help keep the creative flow alive, like Kingsley Amis stopping a work mid-idea for easier resumption, or Morton Feldman reproducing note sequences to inspire the next creative leap. Energize your creativity. Boosting your creativity can be achieved through physical activities, embracing your body, or even exploring your sexuality. Walking, sports and exercise have been known to benefit famous intellectuals like Kierkegaard and Joan Miró. Pushing boundaries, Benjamin Franklin took naked air baths and Woody Allen preferred showering to break creative blocks. Writers like Thomas Wolfe tapped into their good male feeling through genital touching rituals, while John Cheever prioritized sexual activity to enhance concentration and vision. Channeling creativity can take various shapes, some conventional and others peculiar. Creative partnerships and social connections. History has witnessed many creative partnerships, such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir, where friends and partners not only collaborated on intellectual endeavors but also provided practical support in daily life. Alice B. Toklas managed the household for Gertrude Stein, ensuring the perfect environment for her creative process. Alma Mahler, Gustav Mahler's wife, provided her husband with undivided support during his work by maintaining a peaceful environment. Having valuable friendships, like Immanuel Kant and Joseph Green, provided intellectual stimulation and companionship, which can be crucial for creativity. Even Karl Marx relied heavily on his friend Friedrich Engels for financial support. However, some artists, like Patricia Highsmith, chose a solitary path, carrying unconventional companions like snails to social events. The importance of supportive partnerships and social interplay cannot be overstated in the creative journey of many renowned thinkers and artists. Female creatives' historical struggles. Historically, women have had to overcome numerous obstacles to succeed in creative fields. Iconic author Jane Austen, though considered fortunate in her time, had to navigate through a male-dominated environment and even resort to secrecy to protect her work. Alma Mahler, a skilled composer, sacrificed her career after marrying Gustav Mahler, who insisted they couldn't both be composers. Despite progress over the years, challenges persist for modern female creatives. Frances Trollope began writing at 53 to support her family, and famed author Toni Morrison painstakingly balanced her 9-to-5 job and raising 2 sons, highlighting the persistence and resilience of women despite societal constraints.
Having delved into the intricacies of creatives' daily rituals in this summary, one thing is clear: there is no one-size-fits-all approach to being productive and finding inspiration. Every artist has unique preferences, such as working at a specific time of day, relying on the stimulating effects of coffee, or finding solace in seclusion or bustling city life. The importance of social support, whether it's through partners, friends, or colleagues, cannot be overstated for numerous artists as well. Ultimately, Daily Rituals, How Artists Work, by Mason Currey emphasizes how a routine caters to and enhances an individual's creative process, showcasing the fascinating stories and routines of various celebrated artists.